no articles today, just looking at some observations that I made and some that are damning, but we'll see how the season plays out. What's up, it's your boy Centron coming back at you with another analysis video, and I kid you not, that's my real name. And yeah, these are a couple of things that I noticed and I just wanted to talk about. But the first thing here, this is not 1960s football. Just playing the run tough is not good enough. It actually makes the back end a contradiction, as its soft coverage nullifies the front's efforts. So, what I say, what I mean when I say that it's not 1960s defense, is that we're very good at stopping the run. We stuff people and we force them to be one-dimensional, but we can't actually do anything with that, which is actually great benefit, but we're not able to use it to its potential. And that the day of teams running for 3 yards in a cloud of dust are gone. We live in the modern day passing age, and you can stop the run. That's great, but teams are looking to attack you through the air. That's where they want to go. It's the present day as well as the future of the NFL. To spread you out, to be multiplicitous and attack you in different bunches, sacks, and formations, and to make you defend every blade of grass. I mean, it's similar to some of the things we want to do on offense. But if you can't cover guys, you're done. And it's not that we don't have the personnel, we just don't have the execution. It's great that we can come up and not allow people to have a run game and allow them to be able to attack us both ways, but we can't stop their primary mode of operation, going to the air. We have allowed 92 or 95 rating by wide receivers through 4 games. We've allowed quarterbacks, I think, an average of 99.5 rating, which is just atrocious. And we have the talent on defense. We have the requisite talent to be a much better unit than we are. And yeah, guys are looking to take advantage of the open spaces that we're leaving. It's an open invitation at this point. And like I said, it nullifies the front's effort. Like they're getting there in less than 3. The fact that they're getting sacks, and it ties up to the front end. It affects the bottom line. They're not able to get sacks because they're not able to get there in time because we're not holding up. We're not tight enough. There's too much space, and it flies in the face of what they're doing. You get there in less than 3 seconds and the ball's already out. We are nullifying our own pass rush. So unless we shore that up, unless we change the stratagem, what is every other team going to do? Look to exploit that weakness. So let's just get to the next part because it'll tie in. But indictment on this defense. Through 4 games, we have to accept that this is a bend but don't break defensive approach. And the philosophy is to play to not get beat. And you're not going to dominate anybody on defense doing that the majority of times. You're not going to dictate on defense doing that the majority of times. And it's a laissez-faire, lackadaisical approach. And it's playing to get beat. It's losing football. And I don't really get why we're so in love with this philosophy, hanging to it, clinging to it. And it's a clinging point of the Vic Fangio tree. I'd have to go and look at his defense down there in Miami with the Dolphins, but I don't know if they play diametrically opposed to this, or if it's a case of the master and apprentice, where Palpatine's just so much better at it than Maul or even Anakin in his younger years, but they're just not able to execute it, to teach it, to have it running like he does. Maybe that's the case, but or maybe, it's just more of a breakdown than it is for him, with his mastery over it. But yeah, it's a huge problem. And I love what Seth Jordan said. It's more of a mentality than it is, than ability. Because you have those guys playing passive, they're going to play passive. You have them backed off, they're not going to attack. I mean, there's only so much you can do playing that far off. The only thing you can do is move forward and try to fly to the football. But that's like trying to catch water with, your hands, because they're going at full speed and you're trying to intercept that point. Unless you're a dynamic athlete running, a 4.3 with the instincts and awareness to be able to react pretty much damn perfectly, you're not going to be able to get there. And I'm being facetious maybe about the speed, but you really do have to. I mean, it leaves little room for error when a different strategy would have you maybe have holes and you have to get drop points and certain things, but it would allow for more flexibility. And yeah, there could always be a greater risk of getting beat over the top, but we're already getting beat. Like, we're allowed the second most, I think, touchdowns through 4 games, and this is the spin cycle repeat of last year. And I kept thinking that, Jonathan Gannon it's going to get better at some point. It's going to get better. This is not the real approach. He's just putting this out there as bait to belie his real strategy. But no, that was the real strategy the whole time. Playing scared, pretty much. But we'll see what it bears out. But I just through 4 games, and the evidence is there, and you are what you are. You're not something that you're not putting on tape. And if this is going to be what it is moving forward, we just have to live and die by it, roll with it. And I'm not going to get stressed out because, at a certain point, this is what you want. And, I can't, I'm already a powerless person, but why stress myself out by something that's not going to change? Worry about the things that I can change, not things that I can't. And how they can make this a strength, I don't know. But that's up for Sean to decide to showcase. So we'll see what his solution is. And there are times that it works. When it works, we're good. Like last year when, Jonathan Gannon was able to get there just with the front 4. Hey, things were working, things were clicking. But the problem is when it's not. The problem is when we face better quarterbacks, because Sam Howell's not a world beater. Neither is Baker Mayfield, despite his improved play. It's just, they streamline things, and he has a coach that understands him, which is great. And neither is Mac Jones. So we're going to face Patrick Mahomes. We're going to face the cowboy, who's not a cowboy, Tua. We're going to face Dak, who, everything considered, good quarterback. And we're going to face Josh Allen, among other quarterbacks, Geno Smith, in that stretch. And we're either going to get exposed or we're going to batten down the hatches. So I'm interested to see what Sean Desai has to offer, but he has to put it on tape. He has to showcase it. Otherwise, teams will gladly take the slow matriculation and explosive plays that come with giving away so much space and leaving them plenty of room to work with underneath and build a head of steam. Yeah, I just talked about it. It was running wild and free through the defense. They find a hole, and it's not, you can't close that gap immediately. I mean, it's leaving sieves in the net and thinking that it's not going to continue to expand. When someone's running through an area zone, they're not looking to just stop there. Unless it's a design play. There's other pieces that are moving other guys out of those areas that's creating, a wider hole. Or, a collapsing one, but they can still squirt right through there. And it's frustrating to see, because when we do go up and play tight, most times we're able to force them, to do what we want them to do. Force an incompletion, force a turnover, force at the very least a contested catch, and then like rally to the ball. I'd rather do that. But this playing not to get beat stratagem, for me, it's the loser's mentality and loser football. And I just hate to see it happen. But anyways, let's get on to the injury report for the Eagles-Rams game upcoming. So we have a lot of guys, DNP, Britton Covey. I'm trending towards him not playing because no player that's been in concussion protocol this year has been able to make the 1 week turnaround. So we'll see. I don't know what our options are with punt returners. It could be Quez Watkins, or it could be Olumide Zaccheaus, but we shall see. Fletcher Cox had to have an epidural injection. He's been dealing with a back issue that hasn't been on the report, so he might miss a game. That could be huge because he's our only experienced member there. Highly experienced member on the D-line interior. Cam Jurgens, he's not going to be back for a couple weeks, most likely, with that foot injury. Marlon, with a triceps injury, did not practice, so if he's not able to go, we'll probably see more Jomo, more of Kentavious Street, but we'll see. Sidney Brown, limited. That's an upgrade, so we'll see if he's able to make the push. But hamstrings are always, touchy, given touch and go. So we'll see. Justin Evans, neck full. That's positive. So maybe he plays this weekend. Quez Watkins also full, so maybe he's back. And let's look at the Rams injuries. So the left tackle, Alaric Jackson, did not practice hamstring, so they could be out a guy. Like I said, hamstrings, those injuries are finicky and can exacerbate it, make it worse. Right guard, Joe Noteboom, also did not practice. So if left tackle not able to go, Joe Noteboom would actually be kicking to left tackle. But then the guy behind him and also the backup left tackle is, I think, also iffy to play. So they could be a lot of makeshift line, a lot of moves being made there. So that could be a win for the Eagles. We'll have to see. Kyren Williams is starting running back, did not practice on hip. So that could be big. Because behind him, I think third string is a rookie, and then another guy who's not that experienced. They're depending on him a lot. Cooper Kupp activated, practice limited with that hamstring. I like to think that he's going to play. But his first game action, we'll see if he's rusty. The next big one, Matt Stafford with the hip. If he did, practice in full, but something to keep a watch on. But we'll see. We're going to get up out of here with that. But, man, we'll be watching this every day, the injury report, and getting into maybe an interesting video tomorrow. I will have to see about the evaluations on, like I said, defense. Don't be on the defense, though. But anyways, you're not even here, though. You're not even watching. But like I said, I always love making these videos and love talking about the Eagles. But we're going to get up out of here because it's sick in my face that you're not seeing. As always, it's fly, Eagles, fly, and let's motherfucking go. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs, or other social media.